If you are the strong one, then this message is for you. Today, I want to encourage you to find your own sanctuary within your body, find your own sanctuary within your mind, find your own sanctuary within your freedom and your liberation, and most importantly, shifting what it means to be superhuman, what it means to be the strong one, what it means to be a goddess, what it means to be a mission based entrepreneur and CEO, what it means to be an artiste, to be a healer, to be the therapist. This is where you learn how to heal through self seduction. All right. I'll tell you more about who I am a little bit later, but let's get right into it. So, I was just on a call with one of my community members and clients, Brittany, and she is a beautiful person, right? And she is a beautiful healer. And she's also a caretaker, right? Truly a strong, powerful Black woman, right? Raise your virtual hand if you see yourself as the strong one in your group, right? Not just at work, not just for your loved ones, but everywhere you go, right? You are the strong one. And she said something that hit me. She said, people telling me, I have to remember I am not superhuman. And then she was very, powerful about it and was like, I kind of beg to differ, right? I'm paraphrasing, but I said to her, I said, well, let's reframe being superhuman. So if you are superhuman, a superhuman has knowledge. A superhuman is in alignment. A superhuman is a goddess, and a goddess knows how to give from the overflow and not from a cup that's half empty. I saw this teacher, and I don't really gravitate towards male teachers often, but this one guy I watched, he said something that I just resonated with. And it made me think about being superhuman, about being the strong one, about being the mother of your community or your group. He said, I looked into your cup to see if you had enough, to make sure you were being fed. You looked in my cup to make sure I didn't have more than you. We are not the same. And I'm paraphrasing this. If you know who this person was, please put them in the notes here or the chat because I want to shout them out. But that just really had me thinking about, again, being the strong one, what it means to give to your community, what it means when you are a chosen one to do this sort of work. And I had to learn the hard way, and we will continue. Baby, if you're chosen, every time your people are asking you to level up, you are going to have to learn these lessons over and over and over and over again. And recently, I had to learn what it looked like for me to stop giving and to just be still, to be a goddess in that way, to be superhuman, and to demand that when people are at the altar of me, that they give proper offerings and that I remember to see myself as the offering. So I'm going to ask you to heal through seduction today. I'm going to ask you to heal without hurting. And by the way, seduction has such a bad reputation. Seduction starts with trust. Seduction starts with safety. So when I say heal through seduction, I'm asking you to trust yourself and to find safety within yourself. Find your own sanctuary. I went on to remind Brittany, and I'm going to remind you that we are healing from centuries of lies that are living inside of our body, right? So one lie is, to prioritize yourself, to go after the millions that you want, to tap into your power, to honor your boundaries. If you are serving others, if you're serving the machine, that works. That's good. You're a good person, right? You're honoring your purpose. But as soon as you say, no, I'm going to tap back into me, I'm going to seduce me, I'm going to be the altar, then it's, oh, that's evil. That's not what you should be doing. And I reminded Brittany, when we are thinking so much about being the strong one, the caretaker, we have to remember that That was taught to us. There are lies that have been passed down, that have been taught to us, to where it's to serve others, to build them up. But as soon as you start talking about building yourself up, that's when it's seen as selfish. That's when it's seen as evil. That's when there's a problem. So my offering today is to find your sanctuary within your mind. Give yourself 5 minutes before you decide to log on for the company you work for, before you decide to be the CEO, before your sales calls, if you're an artist, you're a performer, before you decide to go out and seek the applause from strangers, give it to yourself. Spend that first 5 minutes of your day, or 5 minutes when you're eating, or 5 minutes at the end of the day, allowing your mind to be your sanctuary, allowing your body to be your sanctuary. One of the things I am doing right now to make sure I have a sanctuary within myself, to make sure I am my own walking altar. I'm not taking any calls from anyone. I don't care how much I love them. If they are not talking about dollars right now, then it doesn't make sense. Why? Because for 3 years, I poured so much into people and abandoned my own vision for myself, and didn't take some of my goals as serious because I wanted to be the caretaker for others. I wanted to be that reliable friend, that reliable mother figure. And now I have to spend this year healing from the ways I betrayed myself. They didn't do anything that I didn't allow them to do. Right. So this year, if you are not talking about making $1 million, if you're not talking about healing, I am not available. I am solely focused on what I'm doing right now, which is honoring my assignment and honoring my strict boundary, honoring my vision right now is how I make sure I am the altar. I'm the sanctuary, right? The sanctuary is a place where you can lay yourself bare. The sanctuary is the place where you can trust yourself. You can trust your tears. You can trust your emotions. The sanctuary is where you feel okay hollering, when you feel okay shouting, when you feel okay honoring every version of yourself and your story. You must find your inner sanctuary if you want to make changes within your life for yourself. If you are trying to pass down generational wealth, it has to start with generational healing and letting those in your life see that. If you're like me and you have a big goal, I plan on scaling my healing company, Healing Through Seduction, to $1 million this year. Then I have to trust that I am the sanctuary and I am the compass. I am the blueprint. So your assignment of the day is to build the sanctuary within yourself. Start with your mind. Start with the first 5 minutes of the day, 5 minutes while you're eating, or 5 minutes at the end of the day where you allow yourself to trust who you are, to trust what you feel, to trust your yes, to trust your no. This is how you truly allow yourself to be superhuman as the mission based CEO, as the person who's been called to do healing work of any kind, as the person who's been called to be a performer and a healer. The world absolutely needs your light right now. We absolutely need you to post and share what you're creating, but it must not come at the expense of you not having the sanctuary within yourself. Okay. Thank y'all for being here so far. If you want to, focus on rituals on the daily, which you should, go to the description or either scan this QR code and take my quick quiz. What's your daily ritual is a quiz where you answer a few questions, and then I'm going to tell you exactly where you should be focusing. So perhaps you want to do a quick 60-second ritual during the day to help you honor your boundaries. Maybe you need to do one to help the parts of your personality you've been suppressing live out loud, right? So after you take this quiz, you're going to know exactly what to do. Okay, and these rituals and these daily practices can be used before you walk into a boardroom, a bedroom, before you march out in the streets, before you go on stage as a speaker or a performer, or most importantly, excuse me, when you are honoring that me time. Okay? I want to thank y'all for being here. My name is Pearl Noir. I am the founder of Healing Through Seduction. I am a former burlesque star, not a burlesque performer, a former burlesque star, darling, okay? The embodiment of Josephine Baker. And I know all about reconnecting to your body, focusing on your healing and how important that is because I went from being trafficked at 19 to teaching the world how to heal out loud and on purpose without hurting themselves through the art of burlesque, through self love rituals, through the art of self seduction. And I am very proud to say I have been what I like to call myself as a sensual Jiminy Cricket 2000s worldwide, from Tokyo to Australia, New Zealand, New York City, Kansas City. I've been everywhere. And I'm really grateful that you gave me the opportunity to be your sensual Jiminy Cricket today. That is what I have for you. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments and please share this video. Share the insights with someone that you love, someone who is born to do this healing work. And remember, there is so much power and light in the world. Evil just has a better press agent. If you truly believe the world is on fire right now, then baby, allow yourself to be the MF water that's gonna put the fire out. That's what I have for y'all. Until next time, bye.